TV. But hi, it's me again. I I'm doing this without my glasses, so I don't know how I'm going to know if anybody else is watching, but that's okay because in the long run, you'll be watching this anyway. Um, I had to add a light because I, for the first time, for some odd reason, went in there. Oh my gosh, went into my studio app and watched my last video without lighting, and I looked horrible, horrible. I cannot stress that enough. I I looked like a really old lady, and I'm not. I'm just 55. I barely have wrinkles, and they started like this year, or maybe it was the end or beginning of last year. I'm confused as always. But I just got wrinkles. Don't understand. But anyway, lighting does help in a lot of ways. Um, it makes you look flawless, although I probably don't look that way now. It just doesn't make you look as heavy. And I mean that in many ways. I can walk into a room with white light, if that's what you call it, fluorescent light, and I look bright and happy and younger. And then when I walk into a dark room, of course you look gloomy and blah. As you have or have not noticed, I should say, I'm bored. I'm sitting here watching TV and I'm thinking, I'm so tired of watching TV. That's all I do all the time is watch TV. I could read, I guess, and probably that was a better idea. Well, excuse me, I wouldn't say better. I would, because I'm doing something that I like here. But instead of sitting here watching TV, feeling like I shouldn't be watching TV, that's twice I've said that. I could have went over and just changed whatever I was doing. I was going to go get a crepe today. There's a place here that does crepes that have meat and stuff in it. They're so good, but I'm not in a good frame of mind to do that. And when I say that, I mean because I'm feeling low and anxiety ridden, I don't want to be around a lot of people. Although I did go in Walmart, but I would like to go in Walmart any day other than going into a really busy restaurant. And this place is well known for its crepes. And in the city where I was going to go pick it up, I was going to order it, pick it up, and bring it back. When she picked up the phone, it was loud. Her background was loud. The place was crowded. And I don't know how far I would have to walk into that building to get my food. My whole life, I've always felt, because of my mom, that when I go into anywhere, people are looking at me and I should present myself in specific ways, of her liking, of course, or people's going to stare at me. And then when she would say that, she would put me down. Whether it be you walk like a man, you need to twitch your ass, or you need to smile, or you need to fix your hair. It was always something. I was never good enough for her. But my sister, on the other hand, was her favorite. But that's neither here nor there. I've said that twice today, and I feel smart. I don't know why. Um, but I guess I'm just rambling because I'm bored. Don't There's nothing else to do. My ex, the father of my children, went to pick up our youngest and trying to find out what's wrong with her, and that makes me kind of sad in a way for reasons I can't discuss on here, and that's okay. But so, back on topic of where I went to Brahms. It's an ice cream place here, but they sell hamburgers and stuff also. and they really have good burgers. So I went there instead, went to the drive-through. If I have known that the crepe place pickup area was in the very front, like at the register, if there is a register, or somewhere close to the door, I cannot talk today. Where I could just, go up, pay for it, and leave. I don't want to walk through a whole restaurant because people, of course, are socializing there, and maybe they're not. And when you walk through the restaurant, people tend to look. I know I did. Well, maybe not, but still, it's going to go through your mind. And sometimes I get paranoid with that, but my head's not in the right place just yet. It's off a little bit because of my new diagnosis of dementia. But I'm trying really, really, really hard not to get depressed. I am working on it. Today, I've noticed that I think that I am feeling the beginnings of depression, and that's not a good place to be. I haven't been depressed in years, and here I am fixing to battle it out. I don't I don't like the emotions I've been going through. I feel like I'm off-centered now and my hair's all jacked up. Sorry guys. Um I have, and this might be a misdiagnosis of myself for myself, but I feel that my panic attacks and or anxiety attacks, I know I have those without a doubt. They've been happening for a while now. And then now my possible depression, I just don't want to go through all this. I really just don't want to. But I will say this on a better note. That magnet stone that I've showed you, the hematite, whatever, I took it out yesterday at some point. I don't remember when, but I was a few hours without it and my hips started hurting. And then I was like, I bet that is the magnet part of it that is helping me with pain. So I came in here, grabbed it, put it back in my pocket. I still have it in my pocket, but the pain went away in like 30 minutes. So, and it's a big one. I've showed you. It's huge. It's probably bigger than that. But I kid you not, I think that you should buy one and put it in a necklace or your pocket. I don't know if size matters on this stone. I feel that kind of, I might be wrong. Excuse me. I want to say the bigger, the more range of the healing area, but I might be wrong. That's just me trying to make sense of whatever. I'm sure a little one, I have another little one, little bitty, that could probably do the same. I might have to try it and see. I might do that tomorrow. I don't want to exchange it now. But I'm here to say it helps. I'm not kidding. Before I put that in my pocket, I took my very, very strong anti-inflammatory medication. And when I do that, usually the very next day it helps. Not the same day. Why, I don't know. So there in the beginning, I thought it was that. And then coincidentally, I put that in my pocket every day since, and my pain has not returned. Except for today. When I was getting out of my Durango after I got my Brahms, I got out to stand up and I was a little sore. But before the stone, when I got out of the Durango, I had to stand there for about a minute because the pain was so intense. So I would stand there by my Durango trying to breathe through the pain. And this is recently, I'm not kidding you, about a week and a half ago. And then I would force myself to move because I felt silly just standing there in the driveway by my Durango. Same thing at Walmart. When I got out of my Durango there, and start walking, it was excruciating. It was extremely horrible. Everywhere I would get out, and it would just be so painful. But very little today. And so I might try that smaller stone tomorrow, and I'll let you know if it works or not. I put it with my quartz. I have a half moon shape of quartz, and I put it in the same pocket with the other stone. I usually will put quartz with another crystal because it amplifies. And I have a citrine in my chain. It's like a necklace chain, and on the end it's like a caging, not wire. It's all. Let me show you real quick. It's like that. But I think my half moon would slide through that, and I'm not sure if that smaller hematite stone would fall through it. I'm not sure, but I would try it. I also have, I knew I was going to forget it. It's right on the tip of my tongue. It's the green, and it's not a stone or a gem or anything. They claim that it's a meteorite or something of some sort, and it's green. I amplify that with quartz also. No, that's going to drive me crazy. If I find out what it is, maybe I can go back in here and put it in the description what it's called. But it's strong because I had two of them. I had one that was cut and the other that was raw, and I put them both on a chain. I woke up that night sicker than a dog, and I took the necklace off, and I laid there, and I asked my guides to please help me get over that because I knew what it was. And I think that I minimized it to one of these stones, and then graduated back up. And so that's how I do it anyway. But now I can do both. What is that called? I'm sure that you know what I'm talking about, or I hope you do. But it's green. It's not emerald, and it's nothing like that. They claim that it's a meteorite that the ETs brought down to us as help or guidance, or I don't know. I wouldn't say guidance, but it's going to drive me batty. I'm here to tell you it's going to drive me batty. But anyway, I got this necklace just the other day because I would like to start wearing all kinds of stones, and I don't know why. I think I do know why. It's been calling to me, and what I'm just telling you about the magnet stone will prove to you that it does work. But if you don't feel it, I think you should amplify it with quartz. And if it's too much, I would get a black crystal of some sort. Obsidian. I'm not really good at naming the crystals, but in my opinion, anything black will balance it out. When I went to Sedona, and I was literally bouncing off the walls. I felt like a ball of energy was crammed in my body, and no matter what I did, I could not lay still. And I'm going to say something, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I drove from Arkansas all the way to Sedona, Arizona, 16-hour drive, but I pulled over to try to get some sleep, and I really couldn't. But I sat there maybe a good 4 hours just trying to rest. And as I was sitting there in my car, it kind of felt like it was just doing this the whole time. And silly me, I sat and thought, this is a truck stop. I wonder if there's something about this land when the big rigs drive on it, it shakes. And I went into the store to use the bathroom and all and get ready to go. I asked the clerk there, I said, can you tell me something? She's like, yeah, sure. And I asked her and told her what I just told you. And she's like, it's not shaking here. And I kind of looked at her and I said, oh, thank you. And I walked off. I was so embarrassed. And then when I got to Sedona, I'm not lying. I promise you, I'm not lying. But I was in the hotel on the bed, and I was hearing something, and I'm like, what is that sound? And so I'm listening to it. You can hear it through the pillow, and I moved the pillow and I put my ear to the mattress. It was my freaking body. My vibrations were that high. And I remembered that across the street from the hotel was a crystal shop. And I go in there, and I'm so embarrassed at this point because I already embarrassed myself once. And I go in this crystal shop, and I said, I'm going to sound crazy. I know I am. She goes, this is Sedona. I'm not going to take you as crazy. And so I told her, and that's how I found out. And I don't remember what she gave me, but it was a black crystal. And she's like, put this in your pocket and it will balance you. Maybe not right away, but it will balance you. And I did. It was later that evening I was able to go to sleep. And I still vibrated until like the next day, and I was normal like I am right here. The area in Sedona is a very high vibrational area. There's vortexes there, and it's supposed to be said that a UFO is actually buried there somewhere. I never knew where, but that's what I heard. And you know how you take hearsay, you just never know if you should believe it or not. So I'm just putting that out there. But I only got to see the Bell Rock vortex. I could not find the cathedral, and I didn't get out much and do anything. I was just healing from my attendant, Achilles tendon surgery, and so I couldn't walk for a certain length of time. I couldn't climb, and some of these vortexes you had to climb up a little bit to be right against them, more or less. I want to say I see somebody. I don't have my glasses on. Give me a second. Woo! There's one of you in here. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to see if you message me. But anyway, I'm going to end this here. And for the one that's watching, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you're messaging me, I don't know why, but I'm not saying anything. So I'm going to end this here. I love you guys tremendously, and I'm going to send all of you love, light, and peace. Bye.